Hey, Kim, thank you. Our other top story tonight, according to family, 5-year-old Ethan Belcher died of blunt force trauma.
That new bit of information came out at an emotional news conference today in Lansing, and now a state senator wants to put Michigan Child Protective Services under an intense spotlight, saying it's been seriously flawed for decades and that a privacy law protects the agency from any meaningful oversight. Rod Maloney's been digging into this issue, now getting a ton of attention. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, look, Senator Jim Runstead says that this poorly written, decades-old law essentially confuses family privacy with true agency accountability. He says that needs to end right away. He choked up when he talked about Ethan's aunts. It's Candace Rush and also Ashley Belcher, who went and had to go to the medical examiner's office yesterday to identify Ethan's young body at the ME's office. And that's where we learned the information about the blunt force trauma. And his Aunt Ashley was upset at the presser as well today.
I'm so devastated we had to lose poor baby Ethan for this to have to happen. But something has to change. Something has to change today, not tomorrow. Today.
5-year-old Ethan Belcher's short life ended a week and a half ago after what Ashley and her sister Candace Rush say was an unspeakably violent home life in a barely habitable Detroit house. After she called Child Protective Services on Ethan's parents, Valerie Hamilton and Sean Robert Shelton, not once, but twice.
All they had to do was take some classes, and the children were sent back to that house of terror. And it should never happened.
State Senator Jim Runstead says that Ethan's case and the case of the Pontiac mother who died with her 2 sons after bedding them down in an open field in January had him asking CPS questions that it would not answer.
It sounds to me, from everything I've heard, is a complete failure from CPS's side. Was it the caseworkers? Was it the supervisors? Was it the whole system? Is there systemic problems that aren't even rising to this level because the child didn't die, but they're living in hell now? We don't know. We can't get any information. So hopefully this is going to be the day that things are going to change.
What he went through, he still had spirit, and that's why we're here. He was a sweet, sweet little boy.
Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees CPS, put out this statement today in part, quote, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services extends its deepest sympathies to the Belcher family. The confidentiality requirement in state and federal law protects children who have been abused or neglected and their siblings from the additional trauma of having the intimate details of their alleged abuse, neglect made public. Back to you.
Rod, what does the senator then say about the support that he might or might not receive?
Well, he believes he's going to see some pushback because he says when you open a can of worms like this, it means that you're going to be bringing trouble to the governor in charge. So he thinks that in as much as he wants bipartisan support, he's not expecting he's going to get too much.
All right, Rod.